Register indirect addressing mode. Here, in this addressing mode, especially we are going to use a symbol at. Especially we are going to use this @ symbol. Here, a register is used to hold the address of the data. Here, whatever the registers we are going to use that are not with respect to registers, register bank R0, R1. So especially we are going to use only R0 and R1. The register is used to hold the address of the data. Whatever the data we are going to store, that address will be going to store with respect to your register. That is the meaning. Register is used to hold the address of the data. Address of the data means, now for example, this is my memory location 002 FFF. Here 43 is my address. In that address I will store the data of 6. 06 is my data that will be stored in the address location of 43H. This R0 will be store the address of the data. This particular address will store this data. That address will be stored in the register. Okay. The register banks, with respect to register indirect addressing mode, we are going to use R0 or R1. We are going to use only two register to store the address. Okay, either R0 and R1. Each register bank can be used as an indexed or pointer register. With respect to that, a memory pointer register R0 or R1 holds the 8-bit address. It will be holds the 8-bit address in the internal RAM memory location used to access the data. It will be used to access the data. That is the meaning of your register indirect. Here we are going to use register R0 and R1. Okay, the meaning of indirect is indirectly we are going to store the data. This data we are not going to store directly to the register. Okay, first we are going to store the address. Address we are going to store in the register. Within that address we have a data. Here we are going to store the data indirectly, means by make use of address we are going to store in the register. That is why we can call it as a register indirect addressing mode. Okay, especially we are going to use this symbol at or not. Okay, the special criteria of this register addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, is we are going to use R0 or R1 of the register banks. How many register banks we have? RB0, RB1, RB2, RB3. With respect to 4 register banks, R0 and R1, R0 and R1. Like that, we have to use only R0 and R1 of each register bank. We are going to use this symbol, at symbol, specially we are going to use. Take some example of the instructions. Example instructions. Example. Okay, move A1, A, at R0. At R0. For example, see here. This is my memory location. We have different memory slots. We have range from 0F00 to 0F or FF or 0 zeros to 4F. Anything address. Okay. In that, somewhere else 34H is my address. I'm going to store the data of 06. I'm going to store the data of 06. Initially, at R0 is the location of 34H. Initially, I'm going to load the 34H. In that 34, we have a data 06. This 06 I'm going to copy to your accumulator. Whether I'm going to store the 06 directly or indirectly?
Indirectly.
Indirectly, I'm going to store this data 06 to the accumulator by make use of register. Here I am going to make use of register. That is why register indirect addressing mode. Okay, that is one of the example. Like that we have so many examples. For example, move at R0, A. At R0 we have an address location of 34H. In that 34H I am going to store the data, whatever the data in the accumulator. For example, accumulator is having a 05. That data I am going to store it in the address location 34H will be 05. Not only 34, 36, 38 or 08, 06. This is the address and this is the data. Like that we are going to use this instruction, second instruction. Like that we have so many instructions. Take some of the instructions here. Move A comma at dptr, add A comma at R1. These are the valid instructions. Then move A comma at RP. P is vary from 0 to 7. 0 to 7 or 0 to 2. Sorry, 0 and 1. Then move at RP comma #n. Like that. So many instructions will have in this addressing mode. Okay, the specification with respect to register indirect addressing mode is indirect addressing mode accessing the data either in the dynamic manner we are going to access the data, not in the manner of static manner we are not going to access the data. We will be using dynamic memory we are going to use. Here loop instructions we are not using possibly in the indirect addressing mode. In indirect addressing mode we can ensure that we are going to use the increment instruction we are going to use for the indexed position of the register to access the successive location. Whichever the location we want, we are going to access with respect to increment instruction. And here R0, R1 and DPTR are only registers that can be used for the pointer in the register indirect addressing. Here especially we are going to use R0, R1 and DPTR register. Only 3 different registers we are going to use here. Okay, this is the basic introduction for the register indirect addressing mode. Now we will discuss one program with respect to this addressing mode. Take program. Write a program. Write a program. Copy the value. Copy the value 55 to copy the value 55H into RAM memory location 40H to 45H using first one direct addressing mode, second one register indirect addressing mode. See, the same program we can write it in 2 different ways, by make use of direct addressing mode and by make use of register indirect addressing mode. I take first one. I will write the program first one. Here move A comma #55H, then move A comma sorry, move 40H, 40H, comma A, move 41H, comma A, move 42H, comma A, move 43H, comma A, move 44H, comma A, move 45H, comma A. This is by using direct addressing mode. Here we have used direct addressing mode to store the data, to store the value in the different memory locations. Different memory location. See here, first instruction, move A, comma 55. Before going to that, read the program. Write a program to copy the value 55. Okay, for example, to store the money 55 rupees at different memory locations. I have 55 is my data, either in terms of money, either in terms of books, either in terms of pens. 55 I have, 55 count I have. I need to store this 55 in different memory locations. Means different, I need to store this 55 rupees with a different students, not only with one. Okay, what I will do first, I will do move A, comma 54. First I will take 55 rupees first. I am the accumulator. I will take 55 rupees to my pocket first. Okay, then move 40H, comma A. Whatever the strength of your class, 57, all 57 members are different memory location. Okay, USN number 1 is one location, 2 is one location, 3 is one location. But in the program they are telling that you have to store your 55 rupees with respect to 40 to 45 address. Means he is telling that, example, USN number 42 45. Okay, USN number 42 45. Okay, I will call all 42 45 USN number. I don't know 42 45. I will call. Okay, move 40H, comma A. Whatever the amount I have, whatever the data with accumulator, that is with me, I am going to give to 40H, move 41, comma 41H, comma A, address of 41 I am going to move, and move 42, comma A, 43, comma A, 44, comma A, and move 45H, comma A. I am going to store different location of that 55. Have you got the point? Got the thing?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
This data that is present.
I have a data of. See, this 40H is one address, 42H is a one address location. They are telling that, see, into memory location of 40H to 45. This 40H to 45H will be address, and this 55 will be my data. I am going to store this data with a different memory location. For example, see, take the memory location here. 002 FF is my total location. I will write sorry. 40H, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, these are the address location. Okay, I need to copy a same data with the all memory location. I am going to store 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Got everyone?
Yes, sir.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನ್ರಿ?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, next we'll discuss second example, that is with respect to register indirect addressing mode. Okay, next we'll start with the second example, that is register indirect addressing mode. Take the program. Take the program. Move A comma hash 55H. Then move R0 comma hash 40H move R2 comma hash 06H. Next move at R0 comma A. Next increment R0. Next DJ NZ R2 again. Here I will take again is a label. Take the program. I will explain. Okay, shall I start? Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, this is a RAM memory location. In that we need only 45 HS. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay. These are the memory address location. I need to store this 45 to all the address location. Okay. Now I need to make use of register indirect addressing mode. Okay. Come to the program. Initially, what I do, whatever I have data, that I am going to store in the accumulator. This is a 55H is a data I am going to store in the accumulator. Now, the address will be starts at 40, ends at 45. Initially, I will store the address location. This is your instruction of register indirect addressing mode. R0, comma, hash 40 means I am going to load this address to R0 so that here R0 will be loaded with a 40H. This is your address. Okay, got everyone? Any doubts with respect to two steps?
No, sir.
Okay. Third step, I will take move R2, comma, one additional register I am going to consider to load 06. This is a number. Why I am going to take 06? See here, how many locations we have? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Totally, I have 6 different locations. I need to get a count of different memory location. I will take the 6 different counts. That is 06 is my count. I am going to take it as a R2 is equal to 06. R2 will be that is 06. This is I am going to take a count. Why? Because how many memory locations I need to understand first. How many location? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 6 locations I need to store the data. That is why I am going to take a R2 is equal to count 6. Okay, move R2, comma 06. Now move R0 at R0, comma A. At R0, comma A. What is the data in accumulator? Data in accumulator will be 55, no? 55, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then at R0, what is the address location we have? 40 is there. Now I'm going to store this accumulator data 55 to the 40H address. 40H address. After this instruction, 40H will be loaded with 55. 55. Now after this, increment R0. Initially R0 is 40. Now with respect to the increment R0, this will be R0 will becomes 40. R0 will becomes 41. Initially it will be 40. Now increment R0. R0 will be 41. Now decrement jump if not equal to 0. Decrement jump if not equal to 0. R2. Now you need to decrement the R2. R2, if I am going to decrement R2, now the count will be 5. Initially count will be 6. If I am going to decrement, I am going to get a 0.5. Decrement means decrease the value. Initially it is a 0.6. Now I am going to decrease the value 0.5. Okay. Decrement jump if not equal to 0. Whether this 5 is equal to 0.
No, sir.
This 5 is equal to 0. No.
No, sir.
See, understand these instructions will discuss in the later classes. As of now, we need to discuss about register indirect addressing mode. I'm going to take these 2 instructions. Increment instruction. Increment means increasing the value. Then DJNZ, decrement jump if not equal to 0. NZ means if not equal to 0. R2. Take the value of R2. R2 will be initially 0.6. Decrement R2. You will get 0.5. Jump if not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0. Jump. Where to jump? Again we have a label. Again you have to jump here. If you jump here, what is the instruction now? Move at R0, comma A. See, after incrementing R0 value will be 41. Now, move at R0, comma A. Already A is having 55. Again, we are going to copy 55 into your 41 address location. Again, coming to increment R0. Now, increment R0. R0 will be 41. Now, arrowhead will be 42. So that R0 will be increasing. Now, decrement jump if not equal to 0 of R2. Presently, R2 will be 5. Now, we are going to decrease the value 0.4. Now, compare if this is not equal to 0. Again, going here. Okay. Again, it will be going back. Now, move R0, comma A. Initially at R0. Now, at R0 will be at 45. Whatever the data in the A accumulator, again it will be copy. Next, increment R0, it will be going to 43. Next, decrement jump if not equal to 0, it will be going to decrement 0.3, like that 0.2, like that 0.1. When it will be reaches to 0.0, it will be end the program. Before going to end this program, all our memory locations will be filled with 55. Got everyone? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Please make a note of this. Very, very important program. They ask 2-3 times in the exam. Maybe data and memory locations will be changed. Next one. Next one. Okay, take next one, relative addressing mode. Relative addressing mode. Here in this addressing mode, preferably we are going to use jump and call instructions. Jump. As of now, what are the requirement we have, that we'll discuss. Then we have in the instruction set in detail, S jump, M jump, like that we have a medium jump, short jump, like that we have different types of jump that we can discuss later. Okay, jump, that is jump instruction and call instruction. And call instruction in 8051 used in relative addressing mode. 8051 used in relative addressing mode. This is not RAM, relative addressing mode. Okay, then jump and call instructions will be replaced the contents of the program counter with a new program address. Okay, for example, initially we have some program counter. Okay, that will be changed. Okay, in this relative addressing mode, it will be jump and call instructions. It will be replace the contents of the program counter with a new program address. It will be replaced with a, by making use of instruction, we are going to replace this value with respect to some other address by make use of this jump and call instructions. And in the relative addressing mode, okay, we have a target address, that is a new program address is not directly specified. Directly we are not going to specify that address. Okay, that is we are going to consider with respect to indirect. Okay, the target address is relative to the value of the program counter. It is specified as a difference in the bytes of the new address from the address of a program counter called the offset address. By make use of offset address, we are going to find the new address, that is with respect to program counter plus offset, it will give the new program address it will be going to show. In the offset, we are going to used as a signed 8-bit values, that will be vary from signed values will be vary from -128 to +128. This signed value varies the address of a new address location of your program counter and a offset. Offset is used to sign the 8-bit signed numbers, that is from -128 to +128. Here always target address is calculating with respect to using a byte of a address with respect to the program counter and the offset of a immediate address with respect to the jump instruction. Okay, see the example here. Usually we are going to use this kind of examples, that is example S jump 1005H. This address we need to jump across this address. How exactly we are going to jump with respect to that address? Okay, see, I will write here, make a note of this. This is my address location. Here. These are the different address locations. It will be starts from 1000. Why? Because I'm starting with this. I have already taken this value for the S jump address, so that I will take this one 1001, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. These are the different address location. For example, I'm going to store with respect to this 80. This is opcode of sjump. Opcode of sjump, and this will be offset address. This will be offset address. Offset address. Now program counter plus offset. Program counter will be at this. Program counter will show next instruction. For example, at 10080 we have 100103. For example, this is opcode sjump opcode we have. Then offset we have some instruction or some data we have. Now the program counter will be shown here. It means next instruction to be executed. That we can call it as a program counter. It will be showing across here. Now it will be going to 1005 means program counter plus offset. What is your program counter? Program counter is at 1002 plus where exactly the offset will be 03. Okay, 03. That will be equal to 1005. It will be going to jump across the 1005. Jump 1005. It will be starts at 1000. Okay, this is, we can call it as opcode of a sjump instruction. The offset value will be stored at across 1001. What is the offset value? 03. Then the program counter will be starts at 1002. Then it will be jump to 1005 with respect to program counter plus offset. We are going to find the sjump address. Okay, when we are going to study about this instruction, clearly you are going to understand what exactly the sjump, ljump and mjump, different types of jump instructions we are going to discuss. Okay, make a note of this.